Hai, welcome to Kremes Podcast.
Podcast yang paling receh and garing, but maybe informative too, depending on the day.
I'm T.
And I'm A,
Semoga podcast ini bisa nemenin lo.
and hope you enjoy the episode.
Halo guys, welcome back to Kremes, podcast yang mantap dan seru dan sometimes random, sometimes inspirational, sometimes quite informative and educational. It's a mixed bag. Anyway, as always, my name is T and I'm joined with A, again, as always. But, you know, we get so many exciting sort of comments and feedback and suggestions from you guys, and as we continue to brainstorm episode berikutnya tentang ide-ide apa ya kita bisa ngomong yang masih relevan, yang akan menarik, that will interest our audiences, we thought that we could capture all of the great comments and feedback and questions that we've been receiving throughout the past few months of our operations, but also recently, and essentially just do an episode fully dedicated to Q&A. So we recently actually shared in our IG story and our Facebook story, just simply saying, ask us anything. You know, we're going to do a Q&A style episode, ask us anything, and we may just answer your questions. Jadi, I have compiled a couple of, a whole bunch of you guys answered our little poll, our little question prompt, and we've got some really great questions. So this episode, we're just going to go through them and basically just answer away. How you think about that, A?
Sounds good. Ya, jadi kita kemarin udah sempat bikin Insta Story sama Facebook Story untuk nanyain kalian apa questions apa yang kalian punya untuk kita, yang kalian mau kita jawab sebagai Q&A episode of our podcast. Kalau misalnya kalian emang suka pertanyaan kayak gini, yang kalian cuma mau dengar apa pendapat kita tentang kalian pertanyaan-pertanyaan kalian, we're more than happy to make this into a series maybe, have a part 2, part 3, and so on. Cuman sekarang kayaknya Tep punya semua listnya, so she gonna be asking all the questions and then we will answer it together, and hope you guys enjoy it. Hope it answers what you want to ask as well, I guess.
Sounds good. All right, let's kick off with, I guess, the first question that I found really interesting, and I guess one of the more obvious ones. Why are you guys anonymous? Tell us who you are, and also which city are you based? Well, I'll let A interpret her answer, but I guess in my opinion, gini guys, yang konten yang kita bahas di podcast ini, sometimes it gets really personal, as I'm sure you know, for our frequent and loyal fans and listeners, pas di episode curhatan atau juga in real talk stuff, we do open up a lot about our personal experiences that may be quite sensitive and a bit I guess out of our comfort zone. So I guess in a way, being anonymous just gives that extra level of freedom and flexibility for us to be truly ourselves and really be open and candid without having to worry about, revealing who we are and our identities fully. I think that's the best way I can describe it. And so far it's been working okay, because obviously sometimes we do mention other people who are involved in our stories, and obviously they're anon as well, so we don't want to get anyone, I guess, involved directly. But I guess the only thing we can say is we're based in Perth. So kalian pasti tahu in some of our episodes kita pernah ngomong bahwa kita base-nya di Perth, tapi kita juga try as much as possible and we're relevant to capture the opinions of people from other states in Aussie atau juga di Indo.
Bener banget. Jadi kita mulai podcast ini karena kita mau memberikan suara untuk hal-hal yang kadang mungkin kita tabu untuk dibicarakan, atau misalnya sesuatu yang kayak kenapa sih harus diomongin gitu. Tapi menurut kita banyak hal yang jujur important ya, sangat penting banget. Kayak kalau misalnya kita mau ngomongin tentang kemarin episode kita tentang women in engineering, kayak apa yang kita alamin, a little bit of like how is it not fair and stuff like that, itu beneran terjadi gitu. Tapi mungkin juga itu bukan sesuatu yang kita bisa ngomong dengan kayak bebas gitu, dengan bebas atau dengan kayak tanpa mikirin orang lain juga gitu. Jadi kita pengen keep anonymous juga biar kita bisa tetap bikin konten-konten yang kita mau, tetap bisa membicarakan hal-hal yang kalian juga mau dengar yang mungkin orang lain belum gak berani ngomong, atau karena mereka have a face to their name kind of thing. Jadi kita pengen keep itu available, tapi juga at the same time ya at the moment kita masih baru banget ya nggak sih Teh, jadi kayak kita masih mulai banget dan kita juga nggak tahu kemana podcast ini akan membawa kita. Jadi we want to keep it as anonymous as possible. Jadi kalau misalnya bisa jadi lebih bagus, kita juga happy. Maybe one day we'll be a speaker somewhere dan kalian bisa ngeliat kita in real life. Tapi juga kalau misalnya enggak pun, it's okay. Like we can still do our day-to-day stuff. Like we still have a job to go to and stuff like that. Jadi kita lebih mending keep it anonymous. But yeah, we're based in Perth. Dan kalian juga udah tahu background kita. Gue gede di Bandung, Teh gede di Jakarta, terus kayak kita ada yang pernah tinggal di Singapura, pernah tinggal di Teh waktu itu juga kuliah di Amerika gitu-gitu. Kayak kita punya banyak banget look or view dari teman-teman kita yang ada di state lain di Indonesia, bagian lain, kota-kota lain, ataupun teman-teman kita Indonesia di negara lain juga gitu. But yeah, next question.
Okay, well, that was actually a really interesting way to kick off. But there's so many other great questions to come, you guys. Kayak pertanyaan kalian pokoknya lumayan. It's really interesting actually. So it's really cool to see your insights and what sort of what you guys are curious about. So I guess next question. Someone asked, what's your recording and editing schedule, and how do you manage it all week so that you can still make weekly episodes? Do you want to go for it, A, first?
Ooh. Ini sebuah proses ya, Teh. Karena kita jujur ini semua otodidak. Kita mulai dari awal tuh semua otodidak. Kita cari tahu sendiri gimana cara bikin podcast, gimana cara recording, gimana cara bikin editan-editan yang kalian lihat buat kayak episode di YouTube ataupun di Facebook ataupun IGTV gitu-gitu. Itu semua di-trace pakai tangan. Jadi kayak apa yang kalian itu lihat itu semua our weekly we trace it by hand. Kita post. Yeah, it's about what I calculate, it was about 7 hours, kayak 7 jam 1 minggu untuk podcast ini. That's basically one day of our week kan. Cuman kita recording, biasa kita bang recording kita. Jadi kayak kita bisa recording sebanyak mungkin yang kita bisa, sekali ketemu, atau kita bikin schedule seminggu sekali untuk ketemu, at least record video. Dan itu kita bank semua. Terus nanti hari Minggu atau Senin itu baru kita mulai editing untuk sneak peek. Untuk biar sneak peek kita bisa upload hari Senin malam. Terus udah gitu waktu Senin itu tuh video udah harus beres buat kan, jadi gue bantu edit kita punya podcast. Jadi I have to finish the episode by Monday so I can give it to Teh for her to give her feedback. Teh bisa kasih tau nanti prosesnya dia juga. Jadi kalau dari gue ngedit sama bikin artnya. Jadi untuk gue itu beresin dulu, terus bikin gambar untuk sneak peek kita, episode digambar ulang, ditulis ulang. Terus udah gitu udah gue tulis episodenya, gue upload, terus gue kasih ke Teh videonya, terus nanti Teh kasih gue feedback. Buat hari Rabu gue edit lagi apa yang perlu di feedbackin, itu baru kita upload. Itu gue I'm in charge of the IGTV one untuk di upload. Terus habis itu hari Kamisnya gue bakal ngerjain tulisan buat post app kita, karena itu juga di trace pakai tangan. Nah kalau dari sisi gue sih gitu, jadi gue nunggu editan. Jadi gue lebih ke Monday, Wednesday, Thursday mostly yang beneran kayak full on buat podcast gitu. Kalau Teh lu gimana? Ceritain bagian lu Teh.
Ya, jadi gimana ya? So I guess dari awal ya kita akan brainstorm ideas buat episode berikutnya. And I guess this really links to another person's question is where you get your inspiration for episodes from. Nah itu sih inspirasi kita is a mix of dari our own personal experience, dari komen atau suggestion kalian, atau juga kayak kita kayak you know in our daily lives kita kayak come across an incident atau something kayak COVID gitu obviously, and then we just like, you know what, this is a great topic, so let's just put it on a spreadsheet and brainstorm it together and understand the direction of that discussion and what we plan to do it. Jadi sometimes episode kita ada script, karena especially for like more factual info yang perlu ada research beneran ya, ada background konteks yang kita akan strive to give you as accurate facts as possible. Kita research dulu, abis itu kita bikin skripsi. Tapi kalau kayak episode yang kayak curhat atau yang mungkin yang lebih conversational, opini kita sendiri ya, itu kan unscripted, itu kan langsung dari our minds and our thoughts gitu kan ya. Jadi sih kita prep skripnya dulu, abis itu kita schedule rekamannya yang kayak si A bilang, antara kita satu hari bisa bulk record, jadi semuanya kita try to record maybe 2 or even 3 episodes at once, jadi kita bisa di bank gitu kan. And then I guess the editing process goes from there. So kita sih rekamnya interesting ya, karena kita nggak punya equipment canggih seperti podcasters yang lain gitu, karena we are literally makeshift ya, kita like literally from the ground up, we're just 2 gals yang kayak ingin bikin podcast ini, jadi kita kayak okay, I guess let's just do it gitu kan. So we literally just like arrange like either a Google Hangout or a Microsoft Teams or a Zoom on our computer, jadi kita bisa dengerin our own conversations, but we literally rekam kita punya suara di HP kita. Like we literally just use the power of our phone, the power of apps, recording apps on our phone to record our own voices, and then we would send both of our audio clips together, and then A does the editing, and that's where the magic happens. So usually after we record, A does pretty much all the heavy lifting. She is amazing. I don't know how she does it. She works full time, tapi masih bisa balance editing, masih bisa balance drawing and hand tracing all of our amazing icons and the title and the post episode and the sneak peek and whatever lah gitu. Dan animasinya itu semua itu kerjaan A. Dan juga shout out to A's sister who drew the amazing chibi characters. So the 2 characters of A and T that was drawn as well straight by A's sister, but also from the power of creativity. It's amazing. But basically A does the edit, and then we all just use like a shared drive to just send through the first draft. We go through edits, and then we go through revisions, and then once we're happy with it, then we schedule the post on our social media. Jadi kan kalian udah tahu nih pasti sekarang sneak peek usually dirilisnya tiap Senin, abis itu the main episode Rabu, abis itu post episode quote or refleksi ya is every Jumatan gitu. And I guess to that question of like how do you manage it all week, it depends. It's really interesting time now, especially because kita rilis podcast ini kan pas lagi lockdown ya. Jadi sih pas kita masih mulai, we had all the time in the world, because at that time we were both still working from home, so it was a lot more manageable to find that time. Now A is pretty much back full time on site, and I'm kind of like balancing working from home and working in the office. So we have to really change up our schedule and our dynamic now, because obviously we have to prioritize kerjaan, karena kan podcast ini masih ya voluntary work lah gitu ya, a passion project gitu. And so we do try to release episodes weekly, tapi obviously understanding that kita ada kehidupan yang lain. Kita juga ada break, jadi sometimes you may notice that after episode 10 we had a week break to have a really good self-care and rest before we to regain the energy to continue. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do like maybe 10 episode blocks and then have a bit of a break, then continue. But thanks for that question. Moving on, I think just to change things up a little, what funny, embarrassing moments have you girls had as Indos in Australia? Tapi dia juga kasih kayak disclaimer, yang positif aja guys, because they don't want us to remember anything negative. So that's very kind of you. Thank you for saying that. Like funny, embarrassing moments. I'm like, I have to think of that one. I think okay. So like, I guess it's embarrassing, but it's also kind of like sad. But again, that whole like lunchbox episode, because obviously like our first curhat episode was like about our lunches. So kalian, if you've listened to that episode, it was my incident with the sayur asam, which I found a bit embarrassing. But I think in line with that, another one is, jadi bokap gue suka alpukat banget gitu kan. He loves avocados and he loves jus alpukat, which is actually a very common thing in Indo. Like avocado juice is very common, and it's not very common here in Perth actually, which is something that I didn't know when we first moved here. Jadi bokap gue suka makan alpukat, or he sometimes likes to basically obviously blender it and then put the chocolate sauce like you normally get served in Indo cafes, right? But there was one time when he would just cut up avocados and like put like chocolate sprinkles on it, and sometimes he would also add susu kental. So it's just like the ultimate like sweet treat, right? And I'm just like, maybe it's just my dad thing, or maybe it's also like it's an Indo flavor. So like he has it a lot, and I just find it so common. So that I think I was in like year 3 or year 4, kita lagi ngomong kayak what your favorite fruits are, blah 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 gitu kan. And then because I was just so proud of my dad, and I also liked that avocado dessert, I just told everyone in my class that like I like avocados with like chocolate sprinkles on top and condensed milk, and then everyone was like, what? That sounds disgusting. Anyway, but I got a little bit embarrassed. But look, it's a bit of a sad moment, but I kind of find it quite funny and embarrassing at the same time looking back now, because that really opened my mind to the fact that okay, like I am not in Indo anymore, I am in Aussie, and there's different cultures, there's different ways that people find normal, I guess, and a bit exotic or foreign. Tapi it's funny how the tables have turned now, because a lot of the unusual things people thought of back then, they think that it's cool now because it's exotic. They have it in a more positive way. So I guess that's the memory that I can think of. How about you, A?
The memory that I can think of, first was the Macca's thing, right? Episode pertama kita banget, yang temen gue ngomongin, we're meeting up at Macca's. Gue kira tuh bener ada meeting di sekolah, padahal Macca's itu ternyata McDonald gitu kan. Tapi the other one yang gue bisa think of itu, jadi gini, kalau kita di Indo kan kita makan bubur kan. Kita biasa makan bubur pakai kecap asin, bener gak? Kecap Maggi itu loh, yang cuma Maggi doang. Gue itu tuh literally my comfort food. Jadi itu tuh beneran, gue kalau misalnya lagi sakit, mami gue tinggal bikin bubur putih, gue taruhin kecap asin tuh gue udah bisa happy. I can eat 2-3 bowls. Iya, cuman waktu jadi kan di sini kan nggak semua orang Indo kan. Jadi kalau waktu itu lagi ditanya lagi, kita kayak lagi icebreaker gitu, what is your comfort food? Terus gue literally ngomong, oh ya, I love to eat porridge with ketchup. Terus mereka, the horror in their face, yeah, they're just like looking at me. You eat porridge with ketchup? They were like, okay, man, we know this is a safe space, but you eat porridge with ketchup? And I was like, yeah, with ketchup. Like, that's the best thing. And then it just click in my brain. Gue baru ngeh dan gue baru nyadar kalau di otak mereka tuh lagi ngomongin ketchup, tomato sauce ketchup. So they're thinking that I'm eating bubur pakai saus tomat. Jadi mereka semua tuh kayak in disgust with me. Terus gue kayak, oh my god, guys, sorry, lupa. Bukan ketchup, tapi ketchup, which is like soy sauce in English.
Iya, kayak kecap asin gitu, kecap manis, tapi kayak kecap definisi bahasa Indo beda daripada ketchup.
Iya, jadi mereka tuh kaget, mereka kira gue makan bubur pakai saus tomat, padahal gue lagi ngomongin bubur pakai kecap asin gitu loh. Terus mereka kayak, oh my god, like Amanda, okay, I thought we couldn't be friends anymore. Like they were just like, I mean, it's a safe space, we love you for who you are, but this is like another level. Cuma itu yang terjadi. Terus gue inget banget muka gue tuh merah banget, udah panas banget, gue kayak bener-bener harus ngedefend diri gue gitu loh, kayak harus kayak enggak gengs, gue nggak makan bubur pakai saus tomat kok, please dengerin gue dulu, ini tuh kecap asin, soy sauce, kayak gue tuh try hard banget biar mereka tuh nggak salah paham. But yeah, I think that was one of my embarrassing stories waktu pindah ke sini.
That's so funny, but also it's like, I think it's so cringy when you're like experiencing the moment, obviously, because also kita kan juga lebih muda ya at that time, right? We were still like kids, so obviously it's like such a cringy time. But now looking back, it's like, it wasn't so bad. I mean, like, yes, it's kind of bad, but like, it's not that bad. I don't know.
Mine was like last month. This was last month, you guys. I'm so sorry, but this was last month. Jadi tuh masih kejadi sih, soalnya kayak kan emang otak kita tuh masih setengah Indo setengah Inggris gitu loh. Jadi like sometimes things still happen, guys. But yeah, that's the
But I mean,
embarrassing
you know,
stories.
you're technically still younger last
True,
month.
true.
So there we go. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Hey.
Exactly.
But no, thanks for that question, because I think it's a good excuse for us to actually look back and go through that experience. I mean, sometimes it may be hard because, you know, it's an old wound, but it's interesting untuk bisa refleksi gitu ya, and like just understand that perbedaan budaya atau perbedaan pikiran orang gitulah. Also, I think curiously, obviously because, you know, conscious of time and stuff, and there's like just so many questions that we've been receiving, we're probably just gonna have to do a part 2 now. Advice for Indos who have recently moved to Australia for study, or even for good. Do you want to start that off, eh?
Kalau menurut gue untuk yang pindah ke Australia buat study atau for good, pertama appreciate kayak bersyukur gitu, karena sebenarnya pindah ke Australia itu nggak gampang, dan untuk bisa sekolah di Australia itu nggak gampang. Kayak orang tua kita tuh ngebayar banyak banget biaya untuk kalian bisa sekolah di sini, atau karena emang kayak rate-nya tuh gede banget, dan itu tuh kayak itu sesuatu yang beneran like it's a gift, it's a blessing gitu kan, itu sebuah berkat gitu. Jadi kayak menurut gue salah satu tuh yang gue pengen kasih advice itu tuh untuk appreciate, karena kalau misalnya kalian udah appreciate, kalian juga ngerjain day to day-nya, misalnya kalian belajarnya atau kalian mau mikirin buat cari kerja apa juga pasti dikerjain dengan sungguh-sungguh gitu. Karena menurut gue sayangnya banyak banget orang yang sekolah di sini tapi tuh mereka karena kayak oh ya udahlah kan apa ortu gue bayar gini-gini, malah mereka tuh terbengkalai, terus mereka malah fail unit ini unit itu, ngulangin lagi, lebih makan banyak biaya lagi karena cuma pengen kesenangan sesaat doang, kayak misalnya pengen pergi-pergi sama temen atau gimana gitu. Jadi menurut gue advice yang pertama, apresiasi aja kamu di sini, dan juga work your hardest gitu. Kayak kalian tuh di sini tuh udah bagus banget, udah kayak sebuah berkat yang mungkin kayak aku juga waktu dulu pindah juga nggak terpikirkan gitu dari otak gue gitu, kalau misalnya gue bisa pindah sini, bisa sekolah di sini gitu. Jadi use it to your advantage gitu, kalian udah dapet ini jangan disia-siain aja gitu. Tapi juga at the same time menurut gue salah satunya lagi itu untuk have fun ya. Jadi kayak rasakanlah apa yang kalian pengen rasain gitu. Kayak kalau misalnya kalian pengen jalan-jalan di city, pengen naik public transport, pengen kayak ngerjain apa yang kayak di movie, cuma pergi untuk makan es krim gitu-gitu, do it, like this is your moment gitu loh. Kayak gue aja masih gitu di sini gitu, kayak gue masih yang kayak oh gue pengen mini golf di Indo, mana ada kita pergi mini golf gitu kan, tapi di sini kan enggak, di sini bisa gitu. Jadi kayak I would go for it, I would just go to the mini golf place and just play it because it's available for us here. And juga why not gitu. Kalau misalnya kalian yang kayak oh pengen lihat sunset di pantai, di Indo mana ada kita bisa ke sunset ke pantai setiap hari, bener gak? Tapi kan di sini di Australia tuh kayak pantai itu is literally within your distance gitu loh, kayak dari radius lu gitu, kayak you literally can just drive to the pantai and watch sunset gitu loh. So why not do it, you know, do road trip, if you have the time, just enjoy your time here juga gitu. Jangan sia-siain semuanya lah intinya gitu, jangan sia-siain kesempatan yang ada, dan juga jangan sia-siain keindahan yang ada gitu. Look at the stars, watch the stars, you know, like stargazing. I've been doing that for so many times. Sunsets, the Australian sunsets are amazing, especially Perth sunsets. I love it so much. Just enjoy life as well, I think. And yeah, don't take it too seriously, because I think kayak episode pertama kita kan tentang joke gitu, yang sesuatu yang sebenarnya beda banget sama Indo gitu kan. Mungkin it's better for us to just accept it at face value gitu, jangan kayak terlalu dipikirin banget gitu, karena maksudnya ternyata kan emang karena tradisinya beda atau culture-nya beda gitu. Jadi jangan terlalu dianggap makan hati gitu. Karena jujur gue sedih banget kalau misalnya denger kayak ada orang yang baru beberapa hari di sini tapi udah bilang kayak orang sini rasis ya gini-gini. Karena gue tuh sedih, maksudnya gue kayak enggak kok, orang teman-teman gue banyak juga yang dari berbagai ras, mereka juga nggak rasis gitu loh. Jangan langsung menjudge orang gitulah gitu. Rasain dulu aja, enjoy the time, try to understand them as well, they try to understand you as well, they try to understand our sayur asem and our like oxtail soup, you know, like all that stuff. Malah lebih bagus kalau misalnya kalian introduce aja gitu, bawa mereka ke restoran Indonesian food gitu-gitu. Kayak gue literally bawa teh botol kemana-mana cuma buat kasih orang minum, you know, like it's just share things and yeah, just enjoy life.
Yeah, you literally took all the words out of my mouth. That was
Sorry.
really good. No. That was amazing. I think definitely setuju with everything 1000%. I think also is like pasti kan pas kalian pindah ke sini walaupun hanya untuk kuliah atau mungkin for good kan you would definitely know that ya budayanya dan environmentnya kan pasti beda ya. But I think you will only really know the difference and you will only feel the difference when you get here. Because that's for me. I think it's like sebelum kita pindah, ya kita kan pasti kan research kan. Kita udah lihat, oh Perth akan kelihatannya kayak begini. Atau orang Aussie ya begini gitu caranya apa-apa gitu kan. Tapi it's like you can only really understand the full meaning of it when you get here. So obviously just understand that there is going to be that uncertainty. Jadi jangan pikir, oh pasti akan kayak begini. Pasti akan yang kayak kelihatan di buku ini atau di website ini. No. It's like you gotta really consider the fact that there is going to be that there's a difference, you know, and you will only discover it when you get here, I guess. So just be very open, be very resilient, and be open to that kind of change. I think obviously Indo dan Aussie kan has their own khas specialty, yeah. Jadi really take advantage of that, like what A said. Obviously Indo has some great stuff and not so great stuff. Same thing with Aussie, great and not so great stuff. I think the one biggest thing is about Aussie, really enjoy the fact that you have so much freedom. Like macetnya nggak separah di Jakarta, that's for sure. Especially kalau lu dari Jakarta pindah ke Perth, my god, like pokoknya a whole new world deh gitu. Mobilnya sampai juga sepi banget, juga nanti you heran juga nggak apa gitu. Karena kayak, kok toko udah pada tutup jam 5, langsung sepi. Malamnya udah kayak krik gitu. Ada kayak udah kayaknya ghost town lah gitu. But it's not that bad anymore, I guess. Perth is getting a bit more up and coming. But I think you have to understand that the culture is different. Shops close here at about 5 to allow shopkeepers, shop owners, business owners to come back home to their families and have dinner with them, right? Jadi keluargaan itu beneran direspect di sini dan diprioritize. So I guess that's the culture. Also the air. Di sini polusinya pokoknya kondisi polusinya rendah banget. It's like really great fresh air here. And like A said with the beaches, really enjoy that because that is like a free thing. It's like, you know, while obviously the culture, let's just say in Jakarta, is to go to malls every weekend. Not the culture here. In the weekends, obviously you can go to malls, but that's not like the one big attraction. It's really enjoying that quality time in the park, in the beach, you know, out in the sea, swimming together. Like a lot of free stuff that I guess you wouldn't really experience in Indo because that's just not the style. So be open to that. I think one of the great things about Australia is that you don't necessarily need to spend money to enjoy a weekend. Just being together and just really taking advantage of all the wonderful and resources that you have is already great. So I think that's that. And obviously when it comes to study, work hard and everything. But I think there's a lot of opportunity in Australia for internationals that as long as you work hard and as long as you make sure you network properly, the opportunity will come to you. Even though it's going to be tough in COVID times, it's tough for everyone, not just orang asing kan. Orang warga Australia juga are having it tough during COVID. So don't feel that because you are an international citizen, you're going to get, a worse situation. We're all facing the same situation. So just make the most of it and stay positive, I guess. Well,
bener banget. Kata gue dibawa asik aja sih. Soalnya kayak jujur aja kayak kan ini kan kita kan orang-orang Indo ya. Guys, like the Indonesian universities kayak tahun lalu bawa Run dong ke sini. Like they actually like when are you gonna watch concert of Run? You know, kayak terus mereka bawa siapa lagi ya kemarin tuh banyak juga yang artis dibawa cuma buat kayak show buat kalian. Jadi kayak ya open minded aja gitu, jangan nih kayak langsung di copy paste kayak kehidupan di Indo dibawa ke sini, ya pasti susah gitu karena pasti juga bosen gitu karena mall kita nggak segede Indonesia gitu. Tapi tetap aja gitu hari-hari gue mah penuh, maksudnya kayak tetap aja dinner mah jalan gitu. Weekend juga kita ada banyak macam gitu, malahan kebayang nggak gitu kalau misalnya gue weekend setiap minggu gue malah ice skating gitu loh, terus kayak abis itu gue setiap minggu climbing gitu, kayak kan itu nggak mungkin banget gue bayangin di Indonesia gitu. Jadi maksudnya kalian jangan copy paste aja, soalnya pasti nanti kitanya yang jadi sengsara. Karena misalnya banyak banget teman gue yang liburan ke sini tuh kayak Perth gak ada apa-apa ya, malas nih, gini capek gitu. Tapi like when they ask me, I didn't feel the same way karena there's so many things to do here and we don't even have time to do it.
I think different cities in Australia have different things to offer.
Yes,
so obviously
that's
you can't
true.
just say because Perth is a ghost town, Melbourne and Sydney are too, and vice versa. Obviously it's a different city. Banyakan sih orang dari Jakarta maunya ke Sydney atau Melbourne karena lebih similar ya, which makes sense. Like, you know, you do you, but obviously Perth has other unique things to offer. I think also is like, you know, to what A said, nighttime pasti masih ada stuff that, you know, kalian bisa hiburan gitu. Like there's still a lot of stuff that you can, you know, take advantage of and have enjoyment. So that's obviously still happening. But I think it's really cool to hear like that run concert that you mentioned, A. It's like there is still a lot of, you know, Indonesian related groups, you know, PPIA atau apa gitulah, organization gitu ya, that are still trying to, you know, make Australia a home away from home. So antara kasih konser yang with, you know, idola orang Indo atau enggak, you know, pokoknya even like Indonesian restaurants here, they're pretty good because they're obviously owned and operated by Indonesians, like the bahan-bahannya dari Indo langsung, so it's like they're trying to still make it not too foreign for you. So I think there is still elements of Australia that are quite still similar, so you shouldn't feel too homesick or too alienated, I think. But yeah,
Ya, justru lebih bagus gak sih? Kayak kalau misalnya toko-tokonya tutup jam 5, berarti kalau kalian nanti kerja di toko-toko itu, magang-magang juga tetap kalian pulang jam 5 kan? Gitu, maksudnya kalian malah bisa use that into your advantage gitu. Jadi kayak kalian masih bisa pergi dinner sama teman kalian, masih bisa, you know, pulang istirahat untuk belajar lagi atau segala macam gitu. Jadi kayak malah lebih bagus gitu. Jadi use it to your advantage sih kata gue.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, that's already a lot of stuff we've covered, but there's still so many more questions that you guys have sent through, and we really appreciate that. Thank you banget, guys. We're gonna do a part 2, I think, because we don't want to, you know, make this way too long. But thank you so much for sending your questions. Keep them coming. Keep asking us stuff, yeah, guys. But stay tuned for part 2 because we're gonna keep answering all your questions because they're all really great. But until next time, see you guys.
Bye. Thank you for listening.
Jangan lupa like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with your friends.
I'd love to hear from you. Please reach out with your comments, stories, and even questions on what we should talk about. See you in the next episode.
Bye. Dah.